Just, yeah, that was not that much damage, all things considered. Whoops. Fucking guys. I mean, he's got strikes, so it doesn't really matter. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Actually, we'll do this way around. So she can funnel him. Oh no, he doesn't have strike, does he? No, he does. He just put strike on. He just put on strike and invincible, I think. So that's why the Aquarians didn't do much. Because he had invincible on. But also, thanks Aquarians. Thanks. I doubt Haman's got anything interesting to say. But we can but try. Formation Big Wednesday? Sure. Get stuck in. I'd really rather not, because if they die, we're fucked. But I do want him to, like, fight that dude. Like, it would be nice. Did Rand. Shimon. My drill will put an end to your eternity. It's only eternity because it has no end. Can you not wrap your head around that? Alright, I've had it with your nitpicking. I will pierce even eternity itself. Let's go, Asukim. We're gonna rise above your immortal self, too. This dude. He's a wild dude. I mean, I don't really care what Hibiki has to say because Hibiki's a fucking pile of shit. And Nono's is actually interesting. Where is she? Here's BM number 7. Your life is eternal. Though those you love perish, you alone survive. Could you endure that solitude? I don't know. But if I have memories of my sister and my friends, then I can survive and fulfill my mission. Those who have faded with immortality are quite the sad sight. But don't worry, I'll release you from the curse of that is eternity. Alright, back at ya. And Noriko's a similar one. One by one, those you hold dear die, and now you alone transcend time and keep on living. Perhaps you can somewhat understand my situation. Yes, and that's why I'm fighting, to free you from this eternity. I wish you the best of luck then. However, know that I'm not one to pull my punches. You don't have to. We're enemies after all. Noriko already did that, like, 12,000 years ago. Though I guess hers was by choice, which, I mean, you've been forced to live forever because you're a fucker. Just getting stomped on his head by Hibiki. Yes, remember the dimensional barriers are low here, so I must have can walk wherever the heck it wants. Ryoma is really good. He says, "The hell do I care about your story? You're gunning for us, that means you get an ass whooping." Quite like the simplicity of your rationality. Your likes and dislikes don't mean jack to me. This is the end of the road for you, Anakin. It's exactly what I want. AG is just like, I wonder which one of us will succeed in destroying the celestial prison. But all my chips on Z Blue, and I'll surmount even your black wings. Let me show you. Hibiki is just like, I don't give a shit. I'm ready to do anything if it means defeating you. And Crow, he's like, Crow, you also wish to settle matters with me? Details aside, the swaying scales is mine, and I ain't just gonna let anyone else take it. I already have enough collectors hounding over me just over my debt. I don't need you added to that pile, so you gotta go. You might be cracking jokes, but I can see you grasp the significance of what you hold. Of course, I'm sure we're gonna need the spheres to beat the envoys, which means I can't hand it over to you, especially to a guy like you, even. And Setsuko is, I've been waiting, Setsuko. This very moment is the reason why I bestowed such sorrow upon you. You killed Chief and Toby for this? Do you hate me, or do you actually pity me? Neither. I'm part of Z Blue, and I'll fight against anyone who tries impeding our advance. Ask if it's my duty to end you. By sealing away your personal feelings via your sense of duty, you fight on. Indeed, you are the sorrowful maiden Setsuko. And now I'll claim your life. This is the promised hour that I've long awaited. And Setsuko's just like, shut up. I ain't never gonna fall for you. Or to you. And now Eskim's like, oh, you beat me. Now, Chief! Let's go, Esther. Z Crystal, full output. It's like, yep. The energy system. Let's get that barrier on. And unfortunately, not good enough. He's still good. And unfortunately, it's a little disappointed. And then he's like, ah, shit, he's basically become the reactor for his 4 spheres. He's drawing on all of them. Not even Vildark could manage that. It's like, whoa, he's like got aims, but like he can do aims bullshit. Oops. If AIM was the final boss, he'd actually just fucking lose. Because AIM's gross. Like, he definitely had the most powerful sphere, like, by far. Other than Hibiki's, because his is just bullshit. Like, his just has a thing, like, its power is, it just wins. Whereas at least AIM's is powerful. So ask him, is like, I'm fundamentally different to the rest of mankind. He thought long and hard inside the zone on Mars about who he really is. His conclusion is that he too is a person, and wants to live as such. And that gave him power to access the spheres. The inquisitive mountain goat, the seeker of all knowledge, is what led him to the Akashic record. The dreaming fishes mirrored his own far-off dream for his future. The false black sheep let him hide his true intentions long enough for a temporary alliance with Advent. And the inexhaustible water bearer, emblematic of the love he had for us. He's like, well, not me, not my love, but something I gave rise to. And there was something in him that was drawn to our determination to burn away our finite lives in the quest for infinite freedom. And he admires us, really. And that's definitely his Misaki coming. But, drawing on 4 spheres, no good when you've got the dude who controls the spheres around. And he's like, yo, you're using all that power of spheres, and I'm the dude who fucks with that. So, let's go. And unfortunately, all those sphere power has brought Asakim close to what the Supreme God Soul was, and the point of the Quarreling Twins is to neutralize that. Like, he just neutralizes God, that's his power. So, Asakim hadn't really counted on Hibiki figuring out what the twins' original role was as Soul's core. And they were like, wait, what? Wait, what? He's like, yeah, it's sort of like the main one that controls all the others. Don't worry about it, though. And Askim's like, it's a power that ought not to be used. And Hibiki starts to blow up. And he's like, whatever. If this means stealing Askim away, I'll do what I gotta do. So, the other 3 reactors run on over. And they're gonna give him a little juice. And everyone else is like, alright, we'll just do the Z Crystal bullshit then, let's do it. Let's all harness. It's like, alright, Esther, do the Z crystal, get the point it at Javinian Ray or whatever. I don't fucking care. So everyone gets all hyped up. The Z crystal does its shit. Vicky's feeling powerful. He yells. Vicky is just fucking stupid. Like, every part of his power is just the stupidest shit, right? Just all of it. Like, he can neutralize all the other ones. He can also draw upon all the other ones' power if they all agree to it. Like, if they all want the same goal, he can literally rewind time. Like, everything about him is just fucking shit. He's the worst. But his asking is like, well, I lost. He admits defeat. He says he's gotten attached to the Z-Blue folks that missed the cycle of flourishing and falling that is karma, and it was his affection for us that was undoing. But he won't apologise to Setsuko or the others for fighting for his own sake, and he doesn't expect Setsuko's forgiveness. And she's like, yeah, you're not getting it. He's like, as it should be. But he agrees to help us finish the job with the servitors, saying, the final day of reckoning with us can wait. And then Sacrifice comes up and is like, ask him, Darren, I'd like to offer you my apology, now that you've learned the meaning of life. And she says she's gonna make what she's done even a little bit right. And the sight of seeing Asukim fight us recalled to her mind a bit of the beauty that comes with finite life. And that was something precious she cast away 120 million years ago. And then she's like, I regret becoming a servitor, really. It sucks. None of them deserved godhood or eternity. And then Advent is like, knew it! Knew you didn't want it! Knew it! You need to be, punished for this heresy and apostasy. Blank. Gives her the old Zapparoni. What? He's like, and now Sacrifice, you will live for eternity. Within me. And he's like, and then he assimilates her. Boink. Sacrifice! He just, like, ate her, but weren't they supposed to, like, never fight each other? Advent. He's like, well, we didn't fight, right? We are now one will. So he blasts everybody away from Asukim. He's like, friggin' the reactor power fucking asshole. Moves over. He's like, so, what do you do with Sacrifice? And he's like, she lives within me now. I didn't kill her, I just made her part of me. He's like, I'm not gonna do that to you now, Asukim. He's like, I gotta say thanks to Hibiki because he depleted so much of your power. And there's Hibiki, this one's Hibiki, Coltane Grows, this dude who sucks. Advent. And he's like, so you're pretty tired, no surprise, because you're such a ungodlike person. And then he congratulates Asukim on all the hard work of gathering all 12 spheres here to Esteren. He says that's valor that befits Asukim's role as a parallel universe god most high. Supreme god. He's like, well, more accurately, Neville's like, wait, what? He's a supreme god? He's like, well, Shiroga is the system, the Shiroga system. It was designed to access the Akashic record and interfere with the karmic cycle. And that's why Asukim could sense and assimilate this world's spheres. Even though, and he's like, but I was surprised to learn that Asukim could also function as a reactor. And he says, well, Asukim, you're just a defective, replaceable part of the system in the end. Yeah. And then he explains how, like Giedel Bernal, Asukim exists in a linked form across all worlds, and the Shiroga didn't always look like this. It took a lot of cycles of destruction and rebirth, and the accumulation of a lot of knowledge from many life forms to reach its current state. But the system decided it needed a controller, and when it drifted into Advent's world, it was unmanned. It then created the missing controller, being Asukim, and he's like, but I don't know if it made it up whole cloth, or it was an imitation of an earlier version of the pilot, which is obviously Masaki, where it just brought him back. And like, I think the deal was, it reformed Masaki, but it was like, what bits do I need to do my job of hunting down all the spheres? I just need like his ruthlessness and single-mindedness. Because Masaki does get a bit like berserker sometimes, like when he kills Shu and he's like, what have I done? No! All I wanted, and like he chases Shu around across fucking dimensions and worlds because he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Shu, gonna get ya, and like that single-mindedness Shiroga obviously thought it needed. But basically, that's why Asuka always felt his bullshit nihilism. Doctrine managed to figure out the part of the Shiroga systems, and he used that to make Asuka undying, so that Shiroga would always have the same controller whenever it awoke. And oh, how sad Asuka must feel now, living and dying in vain for someone else's plan. And everyone's like, well, guess I killed this dude, he's all shut down, time to assimilate him. Yum yum. And then Asuka, hey buddy, nope, it's too late, gonna eat him. Womp. Absorbs him. Shiroga, I haven't just absorbed that something. She's like, yep, and now 8 spheres are mine, and with that, preparations can begin for the Supreme God to be revived. And he's like, and now you guys can't stop it. All my use of soul to ride out the 120 million year calamity. He's like, I'll remember you all, though, as thanks to what you've done. And then off he goes. It's like, oh, that fucking dickhead. He's done it again. So, let's go in pursuit. There's only one place he could go, given how similar this place is to Earth. And Tri's like, yeah, S-Terran is a lot like our actual Earth. So there's only one place he can go. And Zero's like, Wrath Babylon. Yep, let's go everybody. Let's go beat the shit out of him. But unfortunately, Hibiki's just unconscious. He's just bleh. Used up too much juice and now he's dead. AG told him not to use the juice or he would die. Well, he wouldn't. He'd cease to be human, he said, which I think is what happens in the ending. Like, he's like, you used the power. It's like, yeah, but I'm fine. He's like, yeah, I said you would cease to be human. I didn't say you would die or nothing. And meanwhile, on Earth, everybody's at a meeting at the UN. The King of Chrono has provided data on mankind's enemy, and the New Earth Federation, which is mostly just the various Gundam princesses, and the UN Secretary, the President of Earth, from the Universe Century, is just like, we've used this to create a system that utilises the world's ley lines for voting, so everyone can do a vote. And what's about to happen will mirror the will of all the people, and that will is overwhelmingly in favour of disabling the shield that protects Earth. Which sucks, because we sort of were banking on Earth from being protected. Hey, it's Cornelia. Fucking Schneisel, get the fuck out of here, asshole. But yeah, taking a vote from literally every single person on the planet, and they're all like, nah, turn off the shield. We don't want to be invincible for like 4 more days. 5, brilliant. And then we'll detrade. So, Suzune comes by and she's like, why did Hibiki take all that strain upon himself? And AG is like, well, he's a lot like Asukin. Both will stop at nothing to achieve their goal. And Hibiki will lay down his life if that's what it takes. And she's like, that's pretty sad. He's like, yep, but nobody can stop him, not with the culmination of all his struggles coming up. Because it's the final fight. And if I'd had Ran, Setsuko and Crow attack the nerd, they would go, the servitors cannot be allowed to mess with Asukin any longer, we've got to save him. And we'd get 100 Z-chips. And then the question is Hibiki though, and Crow says, he's tough. His toughness is first rate. And he's got Suzune with him, so he'll pull through. But soon, because we got like a fucking place to go and things to do and stuff, like in the game. What is in that?